Good evening, YouTube. It's your man, Ray George Page, coming to you live on YouTube. Well, 2020 is almost over, and just got one more day left. And this is just a sad story to say. I saw this while I was surfing on social media, and this is confirmation that Dawn Wells has passed. Now, if many of you don't know who Dawn Wells is, she's an actress from the '60s, but she's better known as a character of Mary Ann from the series Gilligan's Island. Now, a lot of us, we know Gilligan's Island was on for like at least 3 years, from '64 to '67, and it's a great show. I used to watch as a kid. And there's always that debate that I mentioned. I did a video talk about the debate between Mary Ann and Ginger. But anyway, it was just her death happened from complications of COVID. As you know, COVID's been very bad. It's just, and it's just, we just really get out of 2019 and try to survive this. And the time of her passing, she was 82 years old. So let me tell you a little story about Miss Dawn Wells. Now, Miss Wells was born October the 18th of 1938, and she grew up in Reno, Nevada. Now, she attended Reno High School, and her father owned a shipping company called Wells Cargo. Yeah, I know. After she graduated from high school, she went to Stevens College and on to Columbia, Missouri, where she majored in chemistry. And she transferred to the University of Washington in Seattle. And she earned a degree in theater and arts and design, and was a member of the Alpha Psi Omega sorority. Now, in '59, she represented the state of Nevada at the Miss America pageant in 1960. And after that, after 60, she goes, well, wow, she has nice legs. That's why. Anyway, after 60, after 1960, she started, make her turn as an actress. And she debuted in a series called The Roaring Twenties on the ABC network. Then she was on several other shows such as The Joy Bishop Show, 77 Sunset Strip, Science Show, Maverick, and Bonanza. Now, by '64, she got the role of Mary Ann on the series Gilligan's Island. And the series lasted from, '64 to '67. She later on done several other TV shows such as Wagon Train. She did an episode of Wild Wild West. She did Love Boat, Fantasy Island. She was kind of busy in the '80s. She was on Alf, Herman's Head in the '90s. She even did an episode of Roseanne. You remember the episode where, it was like some kind of dream sequence, and it was like you had several characters from the old shows. You had her playing, you had Dawn playing Roseanne. You had Tina Louise who played Ginger playing I think who she played. I forgot she played. I think she no. Tina Louise played Roseanne, and she played Darlene, and you had Gilligan, Bob Denver playing Jackie, and you had the professor playing what was it? The one that Becky was married to. I forgot. But like I said, everybody remembers that great debate, Mary Ann versus Ginger back in the day. That's one of the great TV debates. I talked about in the video where I mentioned the debate between Ginger and Mary Ann, and my pick was Mary Ann. I'm sorry. I mean, wow. I mean, I know I should be talking about. I know she's gone, but she was a beautiful woman in a great shape. I mean, But anyway, after the Gilligan Islands end, it came back in the late '70s. There was a couple of Gilligan Island movies. One to get off the island. When they got back on the island, there was even I think a short-lived series, but if it's a series got canceled. Then the last few years, it was just the only remaining actors from the series was Tina Louise, Ginger, and Mary Ann. As many other characters passed away. Bob Denver, Alan Hale, who played the skipper, and the Howes and the professor. You know, But Tina Louise, she did a lot of other stuff too. She was also into charities. She was into fitness. I remember one point I think she competed at a physical contest some years ago, and she was going through some financial issues, and she wrote a book about her time on the Gilligan Island series, and her very last actually her last performance on in the movies was the movie The Epic Tales of the Captain Underpants. Now that's a movie with Kevin Hart. It was an animated movie, and that was her very last screen performance. Well, actually, screen performance, it was a voiceover. But she also did the voices for, as you know, back in the early '80s, there was the Gilligan Island animated series where she voiced herself, Mary Ann, and that was a long time ago. I think I remember that Gilligan Island. It was made by the same people that made the He-Man series and Fat Albert. But she was an amazing lady. She was married from 1962 to 1967, and her and her husband, Larry Rose, never had any children. And she stayed in Hollywood. She was kind of busy. Even though Gilligan Island was off so many years, she kept busy. She, like I said again, she did several diva TV shows and movies, and she made guest appearances. And she kind of stayed active to the point now when she passed from COVID. And it's just, COVID has just been really bad, and this is why we're so ready for 2020 to end. But 2021 may not be too much the same, but it's just this sad thing. This lady here, this great actress, this lady, and just passed just no more than a day from the new year. What I would say is rest in peace to, Dawn Alberta Wells. We love you, Marianne, and we're gonna miss you. It's your man on the Red Dress page. Don't like, subscribe. I'm out.